Wood County Plays is still hard at work, making sure there are more playgrounds in the county that every child, no matter their ability, can play on with their friends. Ryan Wichman is with us this afternoon with more on how you can help with the latest playground coming to Fostoria. What time is it, Ryan?
I am not used to being awake this late in the day, you know it?
You're going to crash, go right to bed. But we're glad you're here because we're talking about the latest build you guys are working on out in Fostoria. And you know, these playgrounds don't pay for themselves, do they?
Exactly. We're a not-for-profit, Wood County Plays. We started our mission, actually coming on here today is fantastic because 5 years ago today is when we came up with the idea for Wood County Plays. And what we've been able to do in that time, we think is incredible for the communities of Wood County. We've built an inclusive playground in Perrysburg, Bowling Green, and as you mentioned, now we're moving on to Fostoria.
That is a lot of work in 5 years. Way to go. And you know, the whole idea is for all kids to play together side by side, not, well, we can meet you there, but we're going to have to be over here while you're over here. You know, you have these concepts laid out, and they work really well.
And we try and work with families of all different abilities. You know, most people, if you don't have a child with special needs, you don't necessarily think about these things, but there are limitations on traditional playgrounds. Things like mulch make it incredibly difficult for children with walkers and wheelchairs to get around. If you have a child living with autism and they have a tendency to get overly excited and elope or run away, having a fencing barrier is something that's incredibly important. And we want every playground to be accessible for every child and to be as welcoming for every kid, because we don't want to run into a scenario where, let's say the kids are at school and all the kids decide, hey, we're going to the playground this weekend for John's birthday or whoever's birthday, and there's the one kid who has to sit on the sideline and say, well, I can't go.
Right.
We don't think that's fair. And so we want to build playgrounds that are welcoming and inviting for all kids of all abilities. And these are gifts for communities. When we built the inclusive playground at Rotary Park in Perrysburg, presented by Mercy Health, we gifted that playground to Perrysburg. Same thing down in Bowling Green, thanks to our friends at Rally Cap Sports. We fundraised, we built it, and then we turned it over to the city. These are public spaces. Same thing in Fostoria. You're seeing some of the renderings on your screen right there. But as you mentioned, they don't pay for themselves.
They don't. So that's where you all come in. And you get to have a little bit of fun at the same time with this. There's two things you have going on right now where people can get involved. Let's first of all talk about the bourbon.
Is that what you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the bourbon. You have, people can enter a raffle for this, right?
So these are bourbon baskets. One of the hottest things going right now that a lot of people are enjoying is bourbon. And so one of our board members put together fantastic baskets, and for $25 a piece, you can purchase a ticket, and then we're going to do a drawing on May 11th. Where we're going to decide the 4 winners for these bourbon baskets, and they range in price from a couple $100s. You can see some of the different bourbons that are on here right now. So we've got things like...
I see a Weller on there. I see a few Wellers
we've
on
got
there.
an Eagle Rare on there.
Roses, I think.
Yeah, there's
Eagle Rare. Okay.
So there's some pricey ones in there, or ones that are just more difficult to find, and so...
that's a thing here, as I know, being married to someone who's on the website looking to see when deliveries are coming in. Yeah, sometimes it's about, you know, the availability of items. So $25, not bad.
Not bad. You can enter, and then again, you have a chance to win one of the 4 different baskets that are up there. So it's not like you just have a 1 chance and then you're done. It's a 1 in 4 chance to kind of win that. So you can buy as many tickets as you want, and every single dollar from that is going to go help build playground equipment. So that's one of our exciting ones where you can sit on your couch, click the button, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, but then on May 11th, when you do the drawing, there's another event going on that day.
We thought we would do the drawing at our trivia night. So we're going to be hosting, we did this a couple of years ago in the middle of the pandemic. We hosted a parking lot trivia night when we all had to be socially distanced.
I remember that,
It was a lot of fun. It was great, and we had a lot of people say, hey, we want to do trivia night again. It was really fun. Well, we don't have to be socially distanced this time, so we said, all right, let's bring it all together. It's going to be at the Bowling Green Country Club. Go ahead and get your team together, up to 6. Listen, if you're not like Alex Trebek or, you know, Ken Jennings and you're going to win Jeopardy, that's not what this is about. This is a fun night for those that have been to our fundraising events. It's all about just having a good time and being with family and friends. So get your team together. And again, every single dollar is going to go to equipment for these inclusive playgrounds.
And with trivia, you know, it's a very popular thing, and there's a whole lot of bragging rights that go along with trivia nights, And
one-of-a-kind trophies that go to the winners as well. So I know some of the winners from when we did did parking lot trivia night. They still have it sitting in their office, so they still got bragging rights.
Yes, for sure. So make plans for that. May 11th. Get your tickets. All of that on Wood County Place website.
WCplays.org. So Wood County, WCplays.org. If you ever have any questions for us as well, you can email us at info@WCplays.org. We are not for profit. And again, every single dollar raised goes directly to these playgrounds and these communities where we just want everybody of every ability to be able to play together.
Yeah, absolutely. Any idea yet on Fostoria on when we might be able to break ground? Or?
So we're estimating that playground we're looking to build in Fostoria is going to be the biggest one we've done yet.
Oh.
So we're estimating it's going to cost a little over $1 million likely to build that. We're roughly just shy of about $400,000.
Okay.
We're hoping that we'll be building it next summer. So it all depends on how the fundraising continues, but yeah, we'll keep after it.
Yeah, so get those raffle tickets and get your teams together for trivia.
Yeah, we want to see it. It's a fun time, I promise.
Very good. Well, thanks for coming back to work.
Of course, nowhere else I'd rather be.
We'll see you again in the morning.
I'll be back.